All right. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is having a beautiful week. To start this week, still trying to kind of get my feet underneath me. We were in Boston over the weekend. I was there for a Childcare Success Academy training, which was wonderful. And I don't know, for those who follow me, it was hilarious because going to these different opportunities with my family of growth and different things, for a while, I always thought I've had to have my businesses separated. But to really be able to collab them together is something that's amazing. And while I was out in Boston for the Child Care Success Academy, we were out golfing and there were these just little hints everywhere. I feel like from the universe, we were golfing and the different sections were called Ruby and Emerald. And I was like, okay, I see you. And some of the stuff that, we saw, just some of the artwork and the murals and everything out there. The one, I just find it real quick in my phone here. The one Joy lives in the bold. Just these little things that were out there that I was like, all right, like, those little reminders that you're in the right place, you're in the right spot, you are where you should be. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, welcome everybody today. Today, we are going to talk about how to talk to anyone with confidence. And when I first started looking into this topic, true disclosure, I was like, I don't know if I really need that because I literally can talk to a wall. Like I can talk to anybody. Like I'm a very open person. I love meeting new people. I love talking to people and I literally just I'll talk to anybody. You put me in a room and I'll talk to somebody. However, really diving into this, I learned that there are times where, yes, I will engage in conversations. However, I'll engage in conversations maybe the wrong way a little bit. I may hold back some, or after I have the conversation, I'll then turn around and be like, oh God, why did I say that? Like, that was just, I mean, how many of us have been in that situation where like you say something and your instant like foot in your mouth, like, oh my God, why did I just say that? I can't believe I just did that. So, when I say we're going to talk about walking in confidence, I don't want those who will talk to anybody to tune out because I want you to lean in a little bit more to this because it's not just about talking to the walls. It's about approaching the conversations in such a way that can have them be actually engaging conversations and working on building those relationships because guys, that's what we do on a daily basis. Our job isn't just to put products in people's hands. Our job is to engage people in these communities. It is to engage people in the healthy lifestyle of the gut health and what we can do for them and to really build those relationships. So, I just ask again that you kind of lean into what I'm saying here a little bit. And if at any time there are any questions, please feel free to unmute and insert where you may have a question or anything like that. You guys know I always love the engagement from everybody and I love the feedback. So I'm definitely here from it. But one of the things, when you shift your focus when you're having conversations, you go into a conversation sometimes and you're like, oh my God, all right, I have to say the right thing. I have to say the right thing to get them. You're at dinner and you're talking to the waitress and you're like, she walks away to go get your drinks and you're like, all right, I gotta say the right thing because I really want to give her the sample. I know it could really help her. So I gotta make sure I say the right thing. But rather than, I want you guys to do a little shift work here. Rather, when she walks away, rather than saying, I want to say the right thing, I want you to start thinking of how can I connect with her? How can I connect with him? How can I connect rather than I got to say the right thing? Because when you shift that energy of how can I connect, then you're shifting the energy of how can I start building that relationship. When you get the power of curiosity over that question, how can I connect with them? You're instantly going to be you're instantly going to be naturally interested in that other person and the conversation will actually start to flow to you a little bit easier. You won't get so into your head because you're just having a conversation. You're not so worried about saying those key words to that person. You're just asking, "Hey, how's your day? Oh my gosh, I love those earrings. Wow, those shoes look so comfortable. How many hours do you work here? Do your feet hurt at the end of the day?" Like just and I'm using the restaurant as an example because I always think of Megan and Phil when they go out to eat And, they're always so willing to talk to the wait staff and everything like that. And I try, but again, for myself, I'll be sitting at dinner and I get in my head of, I gotta say the right thing. And there are times my 8-year-old will be like, Mom, give me a sample. I'm gonna go give it to him. I'm like, all right, you go ahead. And I let my 8-year-old do it because I get too into my own head that, he just has this natural confidence as a child that we all have inside of us. But he just has this natural confidence and he's like, Mom, I'll do it. Give it to me. And I'm like, okay, go ahead. You go do it, baby. And I let my 8-year-old do it sometimes. So switching that from I need to say the right thing to how can I connect with that person? So as you're, starting off this month, I know we all ended the month, a lot of us ended the month of June on a high. And taking that into May, sometimes, we talk about sometimes you think, okay, whew, I need to take a break for a little bit. That was a lot. But I encourage you to keep the foot on the gas. I encourage you to look at the people that you have onboarded or look at the people that you've started conversations with and have that in your head. Okay, how can I connect? How can I really connect and engage with them? Go to their Facebook pages, look at their history a little bit, look at what they've been up to, engage with that. Remember, our conversations don't always have to be gut health and plexus. They could be, I just saw you run a race. How was it? I haven't ran a race in about 5 years. I'd love to get back into it. Talk to me more about that. Engage. How can you connect? So when we start to connect with people in that type of a way, we get out of our own headspace and we get into theirs. We're engaging with them, we're connecting with them. Now, raise of hands if you're out somewhere and somebody, says, "Oh my gosh, I have the most comfortable shoes on." You may be like, "Okay, cool. Glad they feel good for you." But if somebody says to you, "Oh my gosh, those shoes, where'd you get them from?" How more likely are you to then engage in that conversation? I know I would. Because we're talking about ourselves. Little secret. We love talking about ourselves. We love to tell people what restaurant we like, what products we like, what supplements we like. We love to talk about ourselves. So when you're engaging and starting that communication with other people, here's where the shift comes in and that trick comes in. Stop talking about yourself, engage them because they're more likely going to keep that conversation going with you longer if you allow them to talk about them. I just have to ask. I just have to ask. I just have to ask. I saw you run that race the other day. How was it? Little things like that. Identify what they're doing, get curious, and engage with them on that. Really figure out how to connect. So the one thing I looked into, they have this 3-part formula for an easy conversation. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go over that with you guys. So step 1 is to open up with ease. Casual, no pressure. Hey, how's your day going? It's Tuesday. I feel like it's Monday, but it's Tuesday. How's your day going? Simple compliments and observations. Again, put the work in a little bit. Go to their Facebook pages, go to their Instagram pages, see what they've been up to. Don't just pop in sometimes cold and be like, "Hey, it's Amanda. How are you? What's going on?" Because then if they start the conversation, then you're like, "Oh my God, wait a minute. I have no idea what they've been up to. I have no idea what they're doing. I have no idea how their kids are. I have no idea how their family are. How are you going to engage in a conversation if you don't know what they are doing?" So remember, when you start these conversations, keep it into your head. How can I connect? How can I get them talking? How can I get them engaged? How can I connect with them? Easy things to do. I gave a couple already. You can say, "I love your jacket. Where'd you get it? You run a lot of races. I want to get back into it. Where do you suggest you get your shoes from?" Little conversation starters to keep the conversation flowing. So that's step 1, open with ease. Super simple. "Hey, how's your day going? I love your jacket. Where'd you get it from?" Simple things. 2, keep the conversation flowing. What I looked into, they have the Ford method: family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Again, I'll say it the Ford method: family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Easy topics. And the best phrases to keep the conversation going on those topics. Tell me more about that. You're running a lot of races lately. Tell me more about that. What got you into it? As I'm saying this to you guys, I'm like giggling in my head because I'm like, oh my God, this is so simple. But yet I forget to do this because I make it so hard on myself because I feel like I have to say the right thing rather than just having a conversation. Guys, that's all this is. It's just having a conversation, engaging in that person's life, genuinely investing into what they got going on, and just having a conversation with them. One of the other things I have on here, okay, I keep using the race. I don't know why I keep using the race. I just saw a girlfriend that just ran one. So maybe that's what's in my head. But, other things to keep the conversation flowing. Well, that's interesting. How did you get into that? I also like to run. Tell me something to get me back into it. Tell me, what are you excited that you're doing this weekend? It's Mother's Day. I didn't realize that until 7 o'clock this morning, that Mother's Day is this weekend. Reach out to your mamas out there. Hey, what do you got going on for Mother's Day? What do you want to do for Mother's Day? That's another great conversation starter. For the guys out there with husbands, what are you doing for your wife for Mother's Day? This is kind of what I was thinking of doing. What are you doing for yours? Oh my gosh, you're going to take her out to breakfast? That's awesome. Where are you going? I've never been to that restaurant before. You've been there before? Tell me about it. You're welcome, Michael. All these little things just keep the conversation flowing. There are so many times I find myself where my conversation falls flat because I'm chewing my own head of trying to say the right thing rather than just being simple. One of the biggest holdups, I feel like, exiting the conversation, sealing the deal, we could put it that way too, type of thing. But remember, in this business, it's not always just about sealing the deal. It's really about keeping that relationship going. One of the most simple things you can say, my gosh, it was so great talking to you today. I really enjoyed our conversation. Let's stay in touch. What's the best way for you? What's the best way to keep in touch? Oh, you know what? Shoot me a text once a month. Okay, great. I'll definitely do that. Put it in your notes. I got to shoot Alicia a text once a month. Hey, Alicia, how are you? What's been going on since we last talked? You know what? I'm best if you just give me a quick call. How many of you are like, I'm not making a phone call? But if that's their best way to communicate with you, you're going to set 5-10 minutes aside in a couple weeks and you're going to call. Hey, Sam, how's it been since we last talked? I saw you just went, down the shore. How was it? That's going to mean so much to that person that you took the time to invest in them to find out how they can best communicate, that's going to come back to you tenfold. Wow. I can't believe she remembered that. That's the form of communication that I thrive on. It's so important. Talking to people who make you nervous or intimidate you. How many times when our leaders challenge us to go do that scary call, do you have to like get the Rocky theme going for Alita, get it going in your soul to make that scary phone call? Why? Why do you feel so nervous? Is it the fear of judgment? Is it the fear of rejection? Is it the fear of I'm less than them. I don't match up to them. They're way up here doing their thing. That's just not me. We're going to switch again. Power of reframing. Instead of seeing them as above you, think they're just a person with their own insecurities too. When Alita takes that stage to sing at convention every year, you don't think she's nervous before she steps foot on that stage? Y'all, she's nervous. When these, you look at celebrities that are at these big shows or, sports, we were just in Boston. We went to the Red Sox game. Like, you don't think these guys get nervous before they go out there to play? We all get these little like butterflies that are inside ourselves. So when you're going to go do that big, scary call, you're going to go do that big, scary ask, take that breath and think they're just a person, just like me, with their own insecurities too. That automatically is going to put you on an equal level. We're all human. Nobody's got supernatural powers above us. We're all the same. You just got to bring your mind, because that's where the trick is. Again, these 6 inches right here, that's the trick, to bring it all to an even keel. A confidence trick they have on here is pretend you're hosting them in your space. Mentally take on the role of making them comfortable. So automatically, like, bring them into your level. Okay, so they may be this huge entrepreneur who has this huge following and does all these things. Bring them to your space. Have them sitting in your kitchen with you. That may be so comfortable for them. But we have it pumped up in our head that we got to get up to their level. Bring them to you. And remind yourself, ground yourself before you get in that, I belong in this conversation. You belong where you put yourself. You belong there. They may say, you know what? I've been watching you and I'm so glad you reached out. Whew. All right, let's go for it. Engage that conversation. They may say, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love what you're doing. It's just not for me right now. That's great. Guess what? Engage in that conversation. No problem. Tell me a little bit more about what you're doing. Just because somebody tells us no doesn't mean they don't want our relationship. It just means they don't want our products right now. Engage in that relationship. 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, they may be in a completely different situation, and they are going to remember the way you made them feel, the way you welcomed them in, the way you supported them, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Tina, I need you now. We don't know what tomorrow brings for anybody. But what we do know is between here, we allow it to control too much. That's true. They may know someone too who needs it, Michael. That's a great point. This is powerful. We just need to work it and retrain it sometimes. We just need to shift. Do those simple shifts. How can I connect? I belong in this conversation. I belong here. The last thing, I'm going to challenge you guys this week. I want you to do the smile challenge. And message me, tell me, put it in the group chat. I'm doing the smile challenge. You need to smile at 5 strangers a day. 5 strangers a day. Smile at them. It's going to start to build a social ease for you. It's going to start to get easier, because how many times do like you walk in and you open a door and I've been there where I open the door and I say thank you and the person just breezes by me and I'm like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said thank you. I don't know what's going on in their life, but I know what goes on in mine, and I feel better saying thank you when somebody holds the door for me. Smile at 5 strangers a day this week. Today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm giving you 4 days. Smile to 5 strangers a day. We've talked about this 5-second rule before. Megan talks about it a lot. Don't overthink it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. If there's something scary you want to do, if there's something scary you got going, ground yourself. I belong here. This is where I'm supposed to be. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. Afterwards, you're going to have probably all this adrenaline. Go jump around, go sing a song, go do something to shake it all off, because I sometimes need to do that. That's all right. Then you ground yourself and you get back into it. Commit to 1 small interaction a day. You smile, you hold that door for the person, you end up both walking into the store together. They say, thank you so much. No problem. Have a great day. Looks like it's going to rain. I hope you have your umbrella with you. engage, guys. Simple engagements throughout the day. We don't live in little shells. There's a whole world out there. You travel down south, the world's a little bit more gentle on you, I feel like. They're a little bit nicer down there. As we get more towards New York, they get a little more sassy, but that's all right. Bring your kindness, bring your smile, start those little conversations, do those shifts, and join me in the smile challenge. That's what I got for you guys. Anybody have any questions or comments or anything? All right. Go out there, bring your smile to the world. We all need it. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.